Hey everyone, Renee Blasky from the Weekly Leap Network, and welcome back to the Weekly Leap videos. I want to talk about accountability. Do you struggle with getting things done because you're not accountable? I know that the very first time I hired a business coach was for that very reason. I had a great business idea. I was working on it, but things always came in that seemed to take more priority. And as a result, I did not get this business up and running in a timely fashion. And so I hired a coach because I thought I needed accountability. I wasn't being accountable to myself and to my idea. So I hired the business coach and he kept me accountable. I've since learned that accountability works in both ways. You've got to be accountable to yourself, but you also need to be accountable to others. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of both, okay? So being accountable to yourself, what that actually means is that you have to be very truthful to yourself. Don't go telling yourself lies. Don't go making up excuses for the reason why you're not doing something. Okay? We often do that. I know I've done it, and I try to catch myself when I continue to do it. Because we try to rationalize why we're not getting something done. And most of the time, it's because we don't either like what we're doing, we don't know how to do it, or we don't have clarity on about exactly what needs to be done. So it's really, really helpful to tackle those issues, because once you tackle those issues, you will find yourself being more accountable to yourself. You won't be telling yourself lies and making up stories as to why something can't be done. There's also another tool that I use all the time, and it's my Panda Planner. So I use this. There's sections that it allows you to plan for the month, it allows you to plan for the week, and it allows you to plan for the day. Now, the two that I like the most are the week and the day. So just to give you an example, that's my plan for the week. And then an example of a plan for a day is this. Okay? So it gives you the ability also to highlight the projects that you want to work on and or complete during that time frame that you're looking at, so that you focus on projects rather than your to-do list. Because I've talked about this in the past. When we focus on our to-do list, paying the bills, attending this meeting, whatever, those small things, we don't get the big stuff done. So you have to start with your big projects and be accountable. And that's why I love my Panda Planner. So that is a tool that really helps me. So don't tell yourself lies and figure out a tool that will help you. And if you'd like to talk about this one-on-one, I'd love to help you with this, because I love helping people become accountable and more productive in their daily lives. And when you're a startup entrepreneur or you're building your business and taking it to the next stage, these are the things that can really help so that you don't get in your own way. Okay? Now, the second type of accountability, and again, I find this tremendously helpful, is being accountable to someone else. Having an accountability buddy. I have 3. I have 2 friends that we meet for an hour every single Monday morning. And we tell each other what we're going to accomplish in the next week. We also talk about the reason why we didn't accomplish something in the previous week, and we also celebrate when we get things done. And it's always fun to celebrate because then we appreciate ourselves, we appreciate the effort that we've put in, and it just makes you feel good about completing something. So it helps you move forward. So even if it's something small, to the point where you got out of bed when you didn't feel like it, that's a celebration. And you can share that, okay? Because we all have ups and downs in our daily lives and our weekly lives in years, okay? There are cycles that we follow. And by being accountable, we help get through those cycles. We're not going to necessarily eliminate those feelings and those days when we don't want to get out of bed or just nothing seems to be going right. But by sharing the process and sharing those emotions and being accountable for those emotions, you increase your awareness about it. You learn from other people what they're going through and what they've done to help themselves get out of that cycle. So it's really, really important to have accountability buddies. Now, I also have my coach, my business coach, who's also very, very helpful for me to be accountable. And again, there's no judgment in the accountability buddy system. It is what it is. Things happen, things don't happen. But it helps you to be honest with yourself. And it's always good to be accountable with others because, again, for ourselves, it's just too easy to say, I'll do that tomorrow. I don't feel like it. But when we hold ourselves accountable and when we have others hold ourselves accountable, we find that, at least I find, and I know others have found that I work with, that you get more done. One of my clients told me that she had been working on her business idea and her putting her business together for 2 years and only working for me for 4 months. She had already achieved in those 4 months more than what she had achieved in the 2 years working on her own. And part of that was because of the accountability. I held her to what she was saying she was going to do. She couldn't make up stories about why she didn't do it. She had to be truthful and she had to set goals that were realistic. Because that's the other problem when we have is when we set our goals, we make them too grand. And as a result, it's too easy to stop doing it when we don't see ourselves making progress. So when you have accountability buddies, you actually get to acknowledge that, hey, I'm making progress, however small, one step ahead of the other. So if you don't have accountability yet, be honest with yourself and go out and find some accountability buddies. If you need help, I'd love to help you with this. Let me know. And I'd love for you to comment below too is how do you hold yourself accountable? And what are the tricks that you use? What are the tools that you use? I'm sure there are other people on this forum that would love to hear from you as well and to give another voice. So I hope to hear from you, and until the next time, I hope you're accountable. Take care, everyone. Bye.